Lately, more and more often, I hear from people all over the globe that their impression is that this world is coming to an end. Many are in panic. In some countries, their economy is spiraling down. In other countries, there is an election after an election, and it is still not clear what's going on with their government. In other countries, people are worried about their freedoms and democracy. What will be? Well, we Jews have been for 2,000 years living literally in every country you can find on a map. How many of these countries were free? How many of them had stable governments? How many had a good economy? How many of them were treating us Jews fairly? For the vast majority of our history, we have lived in unstable places that were not free and were not fair to us. And not only we survived, we thrived in these places. People are complaining about their government being corrupt. Did your great grandfathers in villages in Europe complain about corruption in their country's government? I promise you they did not. But not because their authorities were fair, because they couldn't even imagine that politics can be without corruption. Maybe they just had a bit more realistic understanding of the world. Did your ancestors complain about inflation or lack of financial stability? They did not. But not because they had zero inflation, but because they didn't even expect their economy to be stable. Did they complain about instability in their government? No. They probably didn't even know who the ruler of their country was. But you will say a person needs to be confident in his future. A person needs to believe in some kind of justice. A person needs to feel secure. It is true. Our ancestors, I promise you, felt confident in their future. But it was not because they believed in politicians, economists, experts, or scientists. It was because they believed in God. It is true. Every person has a probably natural need to rely on something stable and unshakable. With the departure from religion, people began to look for the support they can rely on. They found this support in political and economic systems. But today, we see that people are giving up on these substitutes for religion. And as we see, neither bureaucrats, economists, experts, nor public officials can replace God. Of course, it is better to live with a more stable economy. Of course, you need to try to make sure that your government officials are honest. Of course, it is better to live under a stable government. But if you don't have it, this can cause a lot of problems. But just like we survived in these circumstances for thousands of years before, we will survive now. Just like we thrived under very unfavorable conditions, we will continue to thrive now as well. I am sure everything will be okay. But not because I believe in some people, not because I believe this politician or that politician, not because I believe in some system, that this system guarantees something and that system guarantees something. It is only because I believe in God.